Oh, live. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. I'm your host, Letitia Yofo. If you guys have not already done that, fam, please make sure you go ahead and smash the subscribe button and click the bell right next to it. Dink! That way you guys are notified every time I go live. What's up, everybody? We are in October. Today is I'm all looking like I gotta watch. Today's October 15th, Tuesday, at the time you're seeing this video. We are going to talk about the full moon, honey, in Aries. That will be here on the 17th, depending on where you're at in the world. I think it's around 4:55. I want to say I read it. So what we're going to be discussing today when the full moon hits, all of the positive energy that we're going to be feeling. I'm also going to be adding in tidbits because we still have the sun in Libra right now. We also have Chiron in Aries as well as the North Node. So we have this low key, you can call it a stellium. So also what to watch out for, you guys, especially when we have this Aries energy overload. We also have the shadow of Libra, and then also Chiron's wounds that could be surfacing, as well as trying to have a balancing act of all this energy during Libra season. Okay, we do have an aspect that I do want to touch on. The moon will be squaring Mars, and it will also be squaring Pluto. Mars is in Cancer and Pluto is in the sign of Capricorn. Okay, and Mars in Cancer is not that happy. So we're going to talk about that, what the energy will feel like, of course, what to watch out for, and the positive little flip that we'll have. I'm going to be giving you the tea if you know your rising sign, which everyone should know if you watch my channel. If not, you guys can for free at I use AstroSeek. So you want to go to the horoscopes.astroseek.com. That one, not the other one. So I'll go through all rising signs, Aries to Pisces. That way you know what house is highlighted for you, what's going to be illuminated, darling, during this full moon energy. And then, of course, you guys know I will give you a collective spread. I got a couple decks here. Of course, I'm going to use the moon deck, the moon oracles, some tarot astrology, but with numerology. And then, yeah, so we're going to tap into that. So make sure you grab your tea, your popcorn, whatever it is that you need to grab. And let's go ahead and pull up the charts. Okay, and everybody that's joining me live, welcome in, comment. I have the comments pulled up here, that way you can see all of you guys, okay? Also, what was I gonna say? I'll be doing timestamps after the live video. That way you guys can refer back to whatever it is that you need to refer back to. So let's go ahead and pull it up. So right now, at the time that you're watching this video, hold on, let me pull this back. So currently the moon just shifted into Aries already, 4 degrees. I know you guys probably looked outside. You can start to see this will be the closest the moon will look ever. Right now, like, this is the closest, so it's gonna look ginormous when you look at it in the sky, which is gonna be so dope. So make sure you get your telescopes because it's gonna be so cool to see the moon. So let's go ahead and pull it up, you guys, here. So on that day, like I said, let's go schmoozy on over. Also, too, you guys, Venus is in Scorpio right now, and it's gonna move into Sag on the same day. I think I'm gonna talk about that a little bit too. But I'm going to do a separate video for the Venus reading. That way we can pull out our love deck. So stay tuned for that video coming up as well. Okay, so let's see. So we got the 17th. Let's pull up. I want to do the exact time. Like, I'm going to go hour by hour here. Let me actually do 6 hours. So you guys, you know when the full moon, let's talk about it. So you know when the full moon hits Aries while the sun's vibing in Libra, you also got Chiron, like I said, North Node chilling in Aries too. Okay, so this is gonna basically be standing at the crossroads of let's do this kind of an energy, because remember, Aries loves to get shit done. I'm a moon in Aries, so this is a comforting thing for me when it's full moon in Aries. It's that energy of let's get shit done, and then with a dash of like deep soul work at the same token. So I'll let you know how it's going to be playing out. I just want to pull up the exact timing of this. That way we can see what other aspects that will be playing out as far as what we're going to be touching on. Okay. So let me see. I should have got this ready already, but I wanted to do exactly like the degrees of when it's full. So let's see. Waxing. Here we go. So let's do the hour. Here we go. Okay. Let's really get into it now. Okay. So full moon in Aries. Let's talk about the positive, and then I'm going to give you the tea about later. So pretty much, it's like I said, it's going to be that get up and let's make moves kind of an energy. Aries likes to act first and think later. It's fiery. It's a fire energy. It's bold. It's assertive. It kind of pushes you to take charge of your life. So right now, what area in your life already you can kind of feel energetically? What's the highlight for you? Like, what is being highlighted in this moment? And that's probably the house that where Aries is playing out at, for the most part. Not all, but pretty much you're going to be seeing whatever you've been dragging your feet on. Aries ain't having it. Okay, you're stepping into your power during this time, especially with the full moon here. Taking the lead. It's time to speak up for yourself. Okay, so full moon energy, we always want to look at a full moon as, okay, this is what my garden looks like. What seeds actually grew and what is dead in my garden? What are the weeds that I need to pick out? So that's really what's going to be highlighting for you. What really isn't going that well? What's not a well-oiled machine right now? What's not moving for you? What's not thriving for you right now? Okay, so you're going to see that during the full moon, and then you're going to look at that and see what needs to be released, changed, reversed. It's all about that. It's all about shedding your old skin and really stepping into the most confident part of yourself. Okay, so the reason why I say this also too is because we will also have the sun at 24 degrees in the sign of Libra, and Libra likes to keep the peace, right? So while Aries is ready to throw punches and jabs and like, let's go, let's do it, because they like to okay, I got everything, what do we do now? I got all the tools. It's kind of like, I like to think of the fire signs like this. So you have Aries, then you have Leo, then you have Sag. Aries is like, hey, I got the lighter, I got the matches, I got, let's say, for the bonfire, I got all the snacks, drinks, whatever. Here goes Leo, like, yeah, let's light this shit up. Leo gets it lit, the party's going, boom, boom, bam. And then Sagittarius energy keeps it going forever, all night long. You probably won't leave the bonfire until like 4 in the morning. And you probably will end up somewhere else. Okay, so that's how this fire energy works out. So while Libra's here, it's going to bring a little bit more of a vibe of harmony, especially when it comes to relationships and playtime. Okay, so reminding you to find a little balance. Yes, you want to go out and have fun, but also you need to take care of business, right? So yeah, making moves while trying not to burn any bridges in the process is going to be the name of the game. Okay, so there's a lot of power when there is teamwork involved. Okay, when you have other people within your community, family members, co-workers, friends, lovers, however you want to divvy this up, your kids. Okay, so Libra's got your back on that. Now, let's bring up Chiron is in Aries. Okay, Chiron's been in Aries for a while. It's towards the end of its course. It's at 21 degrees in Aries during this time. So this is where the deep healing process begins. Have you guys been feeling as if you've been working on your inner child or working on self or learning how to deal with your actions and responses, or maybe certain things have triggered you to think of your past, and these old wounds might get brought up. The reason being, and I feel as if it's especially going to be tied to what's making you feel confident, and also it's going to be tied in with your identity of self. Okay, so here's the flip side. It's going to show you that you have the power with all this Aries energy to heal yourself. You're like, I know I can do it, I've done this before, or I've been here before, or I know I got it, I got the confidence, I got the stamina, let's go, I got the tools. Now you'll see that with Chiron and Aries, the pain that you have been feeling or will be feeling or been going through, there's a purpose, okay? And in Aries, right, with Chiron and Aries, it's teaching you how to become that warrior, how to walk through the fire and still stand on 10 toes and put your crown back on, how to say what it is that you need to say to get off your chest and still walk with confidence, okay? All of these things. So you will feel way more courageous. That's why they say when a full moon comes out, right? Especially now it's in a fire energy, people gonna have something to say, okay? But looking at self, it's kind of looking at what is your personal baggage, and how have you grown from it? Have you thrown out the trash, pretty much? Have you healed those wounds or not? Now, here's the deal. North Node has been in Aries. We all should know South Node is what are the things that make us comfortable. What are some things that you do to give comfort to yourself and your environment or the people around you? What makes you feel good? What do you keep doing all the time because it's comfortable? That's where most of the world lives, is in their South Node energy, because you want to do what you know how to do, what you feel confident in doing. This is where we all feel like we're thriving. But yet, if we live in our South Node, this is where we stay stuck, stagnant, repeating the same cycles, expecting something different, living insane, right? Doing the same thing over and over, thinking, oh yeah, I got it. And then you don't got it. And the ball drops and you go right back to square one because you keep doing the same thing, right? Because it's comfortable, because you know what you're doing. North Node in Aries, and now it's a full moon with Chiron there. So it's like saying, hey, I know you got these old wounds and these old programs that have been working, but we're going to shake shit up. We're going to show you, has all of this been working with full moon in Aries sitting there? Okay. What have you been doing to work on self? Has that been working for you? Are you doing things that are uncomfortable, but are actually seeing good results? You know, it's going to highlight all of these things for you. Whether it's your job, your relationships, we're in Libra season, so relationships have been highlighted. What is your relationship maybe with money, or even with food or health, or, you know, it could even be those things if you're thinking of self, okay? So it's highlighting all of these things. Have you been eating well? If it's your health, you know, with friends, have you been treating your friends well? You know, co-workers, how's that ball going at work? You know, lovers, your relationships, what's happening there? You know, have you healed anything? Have you changed anything so you can see a different result, so you guys can get deep and grow deeper and have a solid connection, you know, with all of these things. So with this North Node in Aries energy, this is all about your life's direction when it's in Aries, okay? It's about pointing to, are you independent? Do you have leadership skills? You know, are you blazing your own trail, putting your footprints in the sand? Are you marking your territory? Kind of like how a dog pisses on every tree. Like, this is my tree, you know? So it's like, are you doing those things? Are you evolving? Are you growing? Are you thriving? Are you doing things that are uncomfortable? Because we have to do things that are uncomfortable, right, to live a comfortable life. What does this look like, Tisha? Well, maybe you're like, okay, I want to leave my job and I want to just go thriving in my business full time. I want to do something I've never done in my relationship, you know, so I can make this work and we can last forever, you know, like I'm going to change, I'm going to do something. So what are drastic things that you have done, you know, in your friendships? I'm going to make more of, you know, spend quality time. I'm going to find a way and I'm going to make it happen and show them that I care and that I'm here as much as they've been doing for me, you know, reciprocity. So all of these areas with money, you know, I'm going to not spend $1,000 on shit that I won't see where my money went. Like, I don't know, stuff that's meaningless, right? Instead, you're going to be like, you know what, I'm going to invest in this or invest in that, or buy something that's going to be long lasting versus something you have to rebuy again in 2 months. So it's all these thought processes, you know, North Node and Aries. So the North Node is the universe really giving you kind of like a cosmic nudge to stop waiting for permission, to stop trying to prove yourself, and to start creating the life that others probably won't have the balls to do. Okay, so it's like, what is your path? What do you see yourself doing? What do you want to do? Okay, get started on it. What are the steps that you need to take to climb the stairs to go all the way up? What is it that you need to do to put yourself in the elevator up? What do you need to do to get in the driver's seat? How do you take action? Okay, so that's this energy that's playing out, because you're going to be looking at it. Damn, it's kind of like looking at the crossroads. Like I said, okay, do you go left or you go right? Whatever path you choose, it's like, what are the things that you have to, what are the steps you have to take to get to where you need to go on either path that you take, whether it's left or right, red pill, blue pill, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what to watch out for with this Aries energy overload. Okay, so let's see here. So with so much Aries energy going on, you might feel super impulsive. Like I said earlier, Aries likes to just go for it and then just think later. Oh, it's kind of like that energy of, you got something to do. Like, say, for example, you're doing laundry, right? And you're like, oh, I'll put those clothes in the dryer later. I got to go here, I got to do something. And the clothes smell like rancid because you didn't think of the consequences of you just leaving them there for a day or two and not putting them in the dryer. So it's stuff like that. It's stuff that you need to act on it now. And this is where the Libra energy can play into, where you can have a balancing act. It's like, kind of rewind a little bit and figure out, okay, if I do that, stop and think, and then these are the consequences. You'll come out so much better. So you might feel that impulsive energy to act first and think later, but don't wreck anything or everything up, okay, because you feel hyped for those 2 minutes or 10 minutes to go and do something, but then later on you're going to be feeling angry, you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to boil over really fast because it's fire. It's a lot of fire. Also, within the mix of that, Venus is like going to be it's cusping, right? It'll be in Sagittarius, another fire energy. And Venus is love and money. And remember, we're still in relationship season. So this is like a lot, right? You got to check yourself before you blow up on someone who doesn't deserve it. Okay? Now, remember Libra in the scales, there's a balancing act. There's always a light in the dark. So I got to tell you about the shadow of Libra. So Libra, like I said, loves harmony and justice and peace and all the little butterflies and popsicle sticks, right? The flip side to all of this is that indecisive energy that Libra carries. So you might start doubling your moves. You might extra question your moves that you're making or yourself. How do I say this? You might be worried about maybe keeping everybody happy or being copacetic despite how you feel. The trick is to really keep your focus on what you need, okay? Not bending over backwards to have to prove your worth to somebody or prove you could do a good job at something or prove you have the skills to pay the bills. Try not to be a people pleaser. You still want to stay respectful and walk with integrity while these things are in play, right? So now look at the back end of these things that's playing out. You have Chiron's wounds that could be resurfacing while you're trying to work on self or trying to do something better for a change. And here you go with Chiron. Bam! Trigger, 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 dart, 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 just being thrown at you to maybe still learn a lesson or to deal with something and close it out for once and for all, right? So Chiron might make you feel insecure when things happen. Let me give you a real life example. Let's say maybe, you lost a job so you're not working to bring home the bacon and then you're just insecure, you're not making any money. There goes those insecurities rolling in, thinking you can't do it. But look at it and flip it as like, you know what? Maybe that means once that door closes, another one will open, which means there's an opportunity that's better for me around the corner to maybe even make more money. You know what I mean? So it's just perception and the way you look at how Chiron is bringing up these old insecure wounds, okay? Especially around feeling like you feel like you're not enough. You know, that's going to cause you to decrease power. We want you to increase power, right? So Chiron's not here to break you down, even though it may feel like that. It could just make you deal with the pain and walk through the fire so that you can come out stronger and be like, yes, I got through that. Oh my God, it's over. That awkward phase, stage, you know, oh my God, I got through it. Okay. And then now you're stronger than ever. And then once this happens again later, you're going to be like, oh, psh, I got this. Psh, that's nothing. Okay. So in order to have this, to work with this energy, all fire needs water, water needs fire, but you also need some grounding to happen. Okay. Looking at the chart here, you got to stay grounded so you don't spiral into the past or dwell into the past of how I know this happens every time and normally this is what I do. And then your mind starts to wonder, looking at what you did in the past. But if you're living there, then that's what you're going to see in your present moment and your future. And that's what you don't want, right? So how should I say this? I would say use that Libra energy as a balancing act, okay? You know, Aries is like, me first. I want to do it. I want to be the one to be recognized. I want to be the one that got it done first. I want to be the one that has it first. I bought it first, or, oh, I own that first, you know. But use the Libra energy and saying, you know what? Let's make this work together. Let's come together and see how we can build something. So the lesson here is knowing when to stand up for yourself, but also knowing when to compromise as well, okay? Don't be selfish. I know they say a lot of Aries energy is selfish. Some people are, some people not. It depends on their chart, you guys. So it's like a typical thing to say. I know some that are and I know some that aren't, okay? So with this energy, it's saying don't be selfish, but don't also lose yourself, you know, while trying to keep the peace either. Like, still be you. Still have the courage to get through any situation. Okay, so this is a powerful moment. I feel like this full moon is going to be so powerful. You see how the last full moon went in Pisces? Yeah. That broke a lot of people all the way from personal to global, and a global standpoint. I know you guys see the news, what's happening, what's playing out. So use this full moon, this fire energy that has the, you know, Chiron here and also the North Node, to try something new, right? To break free from how you used to think in the past of how something's going to play out, you know, heal yourself, step into your future self, act as if you're already that person that you want to become. Just walk into it. Just watch the moments, okay, when the fire gets a little hot. You know, they say you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. You know, kind of watch yourself. Pay attention to how you react and respond. How do you handle a situation that upsets you or frustrates you, or you get frazzled and you're just like, forget it, fuck it, you know? Don't do that. Just figure out, wait, let me calm down, let me breathe. I need a moment, or, you know, whether it's journaling or taking a walk or a drive or just like reconfiguring some stuff in your mind, in your head, whatever it is, and then move from there, okay? I do want to bring up, let's talk about these aspects that are playing out, okay? I'm going to go over the moon, okay, will be in Aries, right? And it's going to square with Cancer and water, fire, right? Squaring, we know that's boxing, so it's not that great when something is squaring up. But there's always a negative and a positive, okay? Even though it's squaring. So it's also squaring up with Capricorn. And we all know this is the last time we're going to see Capricorn and Pluto. United States is in their Pluto moment right now. So you see Babylon crumbling, right? So think of wherever your Pluto is on your chart, that's where, you know, I don't want to say destruction, but that's where a breakdown and a rebuild is happening for yourself. Okay, like for example, I'm a Capricorn rising, so it's all in my first house. So it's like a death to my old me and a new version of me, a rebirth is happening. So what is Pluto doing to you, right? So while we have the moon here, full moon illuminating some shit, this is the emotional roller coaster energy. Remember, Mars is not that happy in the sign of Cancer right now because it's kind of that passive aggressive energy of taking action. So with moon in Aries, it's all about feeling things like real fast and real furious. Like, yeah, okay. While Mars in Cancer is like, I'm like really protective of my shit. Like, that's mine, you know, because it's Cancer energy. So it's going to be raw, it's going to be emotional, and sometimes some people get defensive. Okay. You might feel like people are stepping on your toes, or you may have, you know, challenging moments, you guys. You know, people challenging your boundaries. So I would say with this energy, you know, there's going to be a tug of war. Okay. There's going to be a tug of war between wanting to act, Aries energy, and then feeling super protective with the Cancer energy over here. So you could be ready to snap if somebody pushes the wrong button. I'm just saying, you'll see it play out in a grocery store, at the laundromat, while you're driving, road rage. It could be a conversation. So it's like, it's the energy if somebody messes with your home, your people, your family, your emotional space, it's a wrap cake, okay? Then you have moon squaring with Pluto in Capricorn during this full moon, right? So Pluto in Capricorn with that earth energy, it's gonna bring that deep transformative energy, tearing down old structures. We already see this happening. I literally just said it, okay? Because it's trying to rebuild something stronger. So whatever's, you know, goes down, it has to come back up. So whatever's kind of feeling a little low or down or not really thriving for you right now, that's probably in the specific house for you to where you're like, oh shit, there's going to be some rebuilding here. Opportunity. Look at it as opportunity right now. Okay. So it's going to be pretty heavy. But with the square to the moon, it can really feel like it's forcing you to let go of control. Okay. And you're not loving it. If there's an area where you feel like you have to let go of control, you're going to be like, oh my God, what's happening? What's going on? Because it's an uncomfortable feeling. For example, there's a lot of sacrificial energy that's playing out for all individuals in some form or fashion. I don't care if it's love, money, relationships, your environment, of sacrificing you have to do. You have to change something, do something to see something different. Everybody's going through it. I'm going to talk about the houses in a minute. So there's that heavy vibe, right, of power struggles. Pluto is power, it's intense feelings. And so as I'm looking at the aspects here, it's going to be bubbling up, okay? It's a deep inside job. A lot of people are going through something that they're not discussing. Unfortunately, for all the stars and celebrities and whatever's happening in politics and the world and the environment and our food and all this shit is just coming up and corrupt. I've seen so many reports like, there's listeria in this, listeria in that. Don't eat that meat. Don't do this. You know what I mean? It's like all this stuff. It's just everything's blowing up. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna be a breatharian and not eat. It's like it's giving. What the hell is happening? So with this bubbling up energy, you know, some people may have been holding on to emotional baggage with that Mars in Cancer. Like I say, remember, Mars is a planet of action, right? And when it's in Cancer, it's not having that great of a time. It's that passive aggressive energy. So things have been boiling and baggaging until it's going to flip a new sign. But we have a full moon here. And with this square that's happening right now, Pluto is going to make you face it. It's going to take whatever you swept under the rug and blow it in your face with this square here, okay? So it might feel like you getting dragged, okay, through the mud before you see the light. And this could happen in any circumstance, depending on where this is playing out in your house, okay? I'll tell you what to watch out for in a minute with your rising sign, but on a global collective standpoint, what you really need to watch out for here is the emotional outbursts. That's just number one, okay? With the moon squaring Mars, you guys, you know, it can make you very quick to react. You're gonna be like, oh shit, I really didn't mean to say that, do that, respond that way. I wasn't thinking. It's like one of those moments. It's gonna happen to all of us. So watch out for anger and frustration that comes out of nowhere. It could be the littlest thing, like, fuck, I forgot to take out the trash. I missed the garbage people. It can be so easy, so simple like that. Okay. It can also be easy to get caught up in drama if other people are involved. Okay. Especially with family, close relationships, and the people you see every day at work. Okay. Power struggles. Remember, Pluto's in Capricorn 29 degrees. Okay. Pluto and Capricorn isn't here for surface level shit. Let me tell you. So if you're dealing with authority figures, or you're trying to hold on to something to control it, person, place, or thing, it's going to feel like this push and pull game. Here is to really figure out, okay, where do I let go and how do I stand my ground? You know, you're going to be trying, like, not every, you know, I would say not every argument deserves words, or not everything needs to be a fight or a battle or a whole like court session. So pick and choose your battles, I would say, with that. Let's kind of give you the positive flip. I want to talk about the positive flip of this squaring energy that's playing out, because this is going to be hitting. Okay. So even though this tension is real, Holyfield, you know, there's power in these squares. Like I said, there's a light and a dark, right? So not every square is going to be like when you have a bad aspect like that, it's not always going to be bad. It's all about perception, right? So you might be a person that, you know, Mars is going to give you, maybe defend yourself when typically normally you don't say anything, or you don't respond, or you just let everyone just, you're like, yeah, I don't care. I just kind of let them say whatever. And I just say, yeah. No, Mars, that Mars energy with all this Aries energy playing out with the full moon, it's going to tell you to like, nope, speak up, defend yourself, whatever it is that you need to do, all means necessary kind of an energy. And then Pluto's going to have you push toward that deep transformation. You're going to be like, oh shit, did I just say that? Oh, well, it already happened. Can't take it back, right? But that's going to transform something, shift something, move something. So it's going to be good. So if you can channel this energy right, this is what I'm telling you, use it to your advantage, you're going to come out on top, okay? And you're going to come out even stronger and more confident, and you're going to allow yourself to control your emotions more as well, and you're going to be ready to take on whatever's thrown your way, pretty much for the most part, okay? So let's kind of switch gears, you guys. I'm going to go into how this is affecting you personally. All right, we're going to talk about all the rising signs. Okay, so peep game. So let's kind of get started here. So the full moon is going to hit different for each rising sign, you guys. It's going to shake up a house. Every house different, which is an area of your life. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to really flow with the energy, with that fire energy, and what happens if you kind of push back and go the other way. Like what can happen, because like I said, the full moon, think of it as a big ass flashlight, spotlight on this part of your life right now, especially with these aspects that are playing out. Okay, so let's talk about it. Aries rising, of course, it's on your first house. This is your house of self, your identity. So how do you work with this energy? Well, the full moon is all about you, okay, honey baby. So it's really time for you to fully show up as yourself, okay? Not that hard, okay? So if you've been holding back, now's the time to shine, okay? Now's your moment to really step out of that, you know, uncomfortable, you know, like having no confidence energy. No, you need to step away from all of that and make bold moves. Trust your gut, your intuition, and just really trust your instincts and go full throttle, okay? Fully as yourself, and to make those bold moves. So you need to own your space and rock that shit. You need to have big dick energy, pretty much, okay? Because if you go against this energy and it's playing out in your first house, honey, let me tell you, okay, if you ignore your own needs, okay, if you ignore your own healing journey, If you just ignore self because it's in your first house, you're going to feel super frustrated. Super frustrated. You're going to feel like it's the end of the world. Oh my God, I can't deal with this. And playing small during this time is going to have you snapping at people. You're going to get irritated. You're going to feel down. You know, you're going to feel like, oh, I'm not living up to my potential. But remember, this is a new version of you. Okay? Taurus rising. So Taurus rising, this is happening in your 12th house. Okay, this is a Pisces house. This is all about subconscious, your like healing. This is a spiritual house is what I like to call it. So how are you going to work with this energy? Well, the full moon kind of wants you, when it's in a spiritual house like this, it wants you to really sit your ass down and reflect and like slow down and really look at your garden and see what's happening. And using Chiron in Aries too, it's all about right now for you healing old wounds, especially in your 12th house. So it's like letting go of the old shit. What have you been holding on to that you no longer need, that no longer serves you? Journaling, meditating, having time alone, you know, accepting being alone. Do you know that a lot of people in this world can't stand being by themselves? Like, I remember working on this years ago. I'm like, I love if you can stand being by yourself, like being in your own space, taking yourself out, doing things alone, you're good. But if you can't, you know, that's a rough patch for people. Some people can't stand being alone. It's a thing. So work on that too, if that's a thing. Okay, so chill, get downloads from the universe, look at the signs, synchronicities, stare at the sky, like really pay attention to what is being thrown your way. There's signs everywhere. Because if you go against this energy, like ignore resting or self-care, things of that nature, you're gonna burn out really fast because you need all of that because it's happening in your 12th house. Just FYI. What is going on here? So, you're going to feel super disconnected too, especially in a spiritual house. You'll feel like the world is just too loud and you can't get shit done. It's kind of like you're trying to study for or write a paper and you got to really focus because this paper is your final exam, but yet you got the next door neighbors playing loud ass music, partying. You hear the sirens and cops coming, gunshots, whatever it is. It's like that kind of an energy. You're going to just want to zone out and zonk out. So, it's really time to pull back. Don't force anything or else you're going to end up super drained. Okay. Gemini rising. This is going to be in your 11th house. So 11th house is all about, your friendships, community, connections, you know, things of the sort. So I would say how to work with this. Your social circle is getting lit. Like it's lit up. You might have met somebody already or met a few people, whether it's, you know, at the coffee shop or at, I don't know, the gym or some function you went to. Okay, this is a great time for you to connect with friends, for you to network, for you to collab on something big. If you're working on something, you know, set your intentions for the long term while the energy's here with the full moon. Lean on your crew for support. You never know the camaraderie that you can build. You never know what commonalities you have with other people as well. Okay, so because if you go against this energy while it's in your 11th house, you're giving alone, you're giving isolation. You're going to be isolating yourself if you're not really using this energy to your benefit right now. You might get and if you are working with people, you could, if you're fighting it, you can get really competitive and that ends up turning into like jealousy or envy, like doing things for strange. So you might feel left out, that you're not a part of the pack, you know, and then that goes into hopefully you're not trying to be something you're not just to fit in, because I feel as if everyone should be their own individual while still all collectively coming together as a group. Okay, so peep game on that. Aries energy can really make you feel like you want to go solo, bolo, dolo, let me tell you. Okay, so don't sleep on the power of building your squad right now. Fam bam, just really do it. Okay. Cancer rising. So Cancer rising, this is happening in your 10th house. Oh, okay. So this is going to be career, the public sector, your public image, how you present yourself to the world. So how to work with this energy. So since you have the spotlight on your career, you know, have you been working on something? For you, I feel as if it's going to be really time to get recognized. Okay. Step it up at work, step it up in your business, you know, show your leadership skills, show your magi. What kind of magi do you have? Make bold moves towards bringing home the bacon, getting in your bag. Okay, so it's time to get in the bag. What are some steps you need to take so that you can make that happen? Is really the highlight for you. Now, if you're going against this energy, this is where you look like a person that lets fear in, and you're doubting yourself, saying you can't do it, or you start to get insecure, which stops you from producing any type of content or creating anything. Okay, so don't let that eat up major opportunities that could be just thrown at you right now. You probably have like, oh, someone's like, I want you to do this, I want you to be here, I want you to do that, you can do this, you know what I mean? So don't play it safe, okay? Or stand in the background. No, it's highlighting like, hey, I got the skill, I can do that, I can do that, yeah, what's up, okay? You know, it's kind of like Leo energy in a sense, okay? Because if you go against this energy, you're gonna feel like overlooked, underpaid, unappreciated, and that's gonna build a lot of frustration for you, okay? Leo rising. So Leo rising, this is happening in your 9th house. This is a Sag house, a fire house. So this is like higher learning, travel, just expanding in that form or fashion. So for you, Leo rising, this is about just broadening your horizons, you know. This is whether it's through you going to another country or learning a new skill set, getting tapped into a course, like you're learning something, educating yourself, reading a book, you know. So, or even like looking at, you know, going to different social groups and looking at different perspectives. Okay, so it's time for you to get out of your comfort zone with this energy here and take risks. Okay, take calculated risks and be open-minded to, you know, what's being thrown your way as far as that aspect goes in your 9th house. Because if you go against this energy, you're going to resist growth. You're going to stunt your growth, literally. Like you're going to be stuck in this box. It's kind of like how we always say the baby boomers are always going to do this in this one way, and they do it their whole goddamn life and they never change. It'll be that kind of an energy, like being stuck in a box. And in the 9th house energy, a Sag house like that, Sag energy likes to be free. So if you're putting yourself in a box and it's highlighting your 9th house where it likes to be free, ain't nothing gonna really work out for you, okay? You need to adjust your current routine and figure it out, okay? Because if you feel stuck, if you feel restless, if you have a stagnant energy, that means you're fighting against this right now. Don't do that, okay? Have the urge to learn something. Have the urge to go, maybe, let's say you only eat Mexican food. No, go try Greek food. Like, just try it. Try Indian food. You know what I mean? It's like, get outside of your box and try something new, okay? Because this could really leave you feeling like life is passing you by, especially if it's in your 9th house. So if you notice that, you get out of that and go flip it, okay? Virgo rising. So Virgo rising, this is happening in your 8th house, okay? So 8th house. Your 8th house is all about transformation. This can even be shared resources, okay? So how do you work with this energy? Well, the full moon is pretty much pushing you to really go deep, okay? It's all about being intimate, okay? Or even just facing some deep emotional shit, okay? So it's really time to transform. This is your transform. You gotta like really embrace the changes that are coming. I know it might feel uncomfortable, but you gotta really embrace it so that you can see something new. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's scary, you don't have a playbook, you don't have a map, you don't have directions, you don't have guidance, like just you will figure it out by putting yourself. It's kind of like throwing a baby into a pool and then boom, they're swimming. It's like that kind of an energy, because if you go against this energy, you're gonna just really resist facing any deeper issues that may arise, and you're gonna try and control everything when you shouldn't be right now during this time, because it's in your 8th house. Okay, so things can get messy really fast, so pay attention to that. You don't want to avoid your emotional stance either, like cry, punch a pillow, like whatever you need to do, because also even to your financial situation could kind of take a kerplunk as well, and that could explode later too, so you don't want to do that. Let's move on. Libra rising. Libra rising, this is in your 7th house of relationships, okay, partnerships. So how do you work with this energy? I would say, what other aspects are playing out? Since we're in Libra season, so your I would say your one-on-one connections are going to be in a spotlight, okay, whether it's a romantic relationship, situationship, side piece ship, you know, or a business partnership. You know, this is a time to be real about what you want, okay, and your needs and your boundaries in those connections as well, okay? Speak your truth, be authentic as possible, be very black and white, and then balance the scales with that Libra energy, okay? Because if you go against this energy while it's in your 7th house of relationships right now, let's say you have a marriage or you're in a connection with someone, you're going to try avoiding confrontation. You're not going to want to talk or go deep. You're going to let the other person dominate. You're going to sweep things under the rug. You're going to be passive aggressive, and you're still going to hurt inside. You'll feel regretful, resentful, all that stuff. So don't let fear of conflict, okay, because not everything's peaches and cream and rainbows and popsicle sticks. Sometimes people argue. They have disagreements. Agree to disagree. You know, this is all about learning other energies that are around you. So don't let that stop you from standing up for yourself, okay? Or you're going to feel like your needs are never met. You're going to feel unsatisfied. You're going to feel like you're not growing, and it's just going to be a whole shit show. So you don't want to go there, okay? Scorpio rising. Scorpio rising, this is going to be in your 6th house. Okay, so this is highlighting for you right now. So 6th house, we all know it's acts of service, it's health. This is a health house. This is a Virgo house. Okay, health. I say health 50 times because anytime somebody has a hella shit playing out in the 6th house of health, in your daily living routine, work, anything like that, pay attention, okay? How do you work with this? So Scorpio rising, this is going to be a time for you to shake shit up. Meaning, what do you do on a daily, right? Has you doing the same thing every day, you know, is it working out for you? Okay, what does your daily routine look like? You might want to shake it up, okay? Maybe you're a person that, you know, you can be a couch potato, you sit on the couch all day. No, go outside, take a walk, you know, go for a hike or do something. You know, get active and work on your health. Maybe starting a new health regimen. Maybe, you know, I don't want to say diet. I hate the word diet, but maybe pay attention to what you're putting in your temple during this time. Are you cooking more food? Are you going out to eat? How much are you eating? What are you eating? Are you hydrating? Are you drinking water? How are you reorganizing your work life? Are you working too much and not having enough time for life? Or are you working less, you know, and you're just like not working on self or doing anything productive? You're just kind of like gallivanting through your day. You know, maybe create some structure, maybe take charge of your everyday. You know, maybe map it out. What are you doing as soon as you wake up? What do you want to do when you wake up? Do you meditate? Do you go for a run? Do you jog? Are you, I don't know, journaling? Whatever it is. And then, you know, before you go to bed, do you normally have a night routine? Are you doing like face masks? I don't know. What is you need a routine, maybe get something going, because it's in your 6th house, especially when it comes to health, okay? So it's all about, for you, I would say, discipline, because everybody works, And also you have to take care of yourself in the midst of that. So using that Libra energy to find that balance between self-care and being productive and getting shit done, but also still taking care of business and staying in the bag at the same token. So it's all about balancing all these things. So this is going to be highlighted for you probably. You probably already started feeling this energy. A lot of people feel full moon energy before it even hits. So kudos to you if you're already starting to see that and starting to put attention to it and working on it. Because if you go against this energy, you might feel stuck in bad habits. You know, you might not be eating the best of foods. You might not have grand energy if you're always overindulging or partying and not resting. And then here you go, boom, you don't have energy to go to work or do anything productive or take care of your daily living activities, or stay stuck on a routine. So ignoring your health, your energy could be depleted if you're fighting against this energy. You feel exhausted, you feel lethargic, you're always tired, you just feel out of balance, out of whack, your equilibrium's not there. You could feel like maybe you're overworking yourself, like working too much without taking care of yourself, without resting, or, um, just having a moment for yourself. You might be feeling like you're trying to play catch up. And that's how you know you're fighting against it, okay? Sag rising, this is going to be in your 5th house. So this is a fun house. This is a creative house. This is all about romance. So I would say for you, it's all about following your passion. Where does your passion lie? What brings out the fun for you? What gives you bursts of creative energy to spark out in the world, whether it's creating a new project or diving into a new creative project. What are some things that you're doing to spark the romance in your life? Okay. What else? Are you letting yourself enjoy life? Are you taking some risks? Okay. So if you're going against this energy, Sag rising, you're going to ignore the playful side of yourself. You're going to look like the person that's the serious Sally in the corner. You're going to be like the black mole of the group. Like you're going to look like you're taking things way too seriously. You're not going to have any creative juices flowing. You're going to feel blocked. Like if you're a writer, then you won't be able to write, or if you're musically talented, whatever it is, you're not going to be able to figure out how to come up with some lyrics and write or sing or have the energy to do anything. So that's what it looks like if you're like, your life will feel like a drag if you're not doing anything fun, right? So don't skip out on joy while the full moon is here highlighting all of this for you. What fuels your soul? Just keep it there. Write it all down too. That way you can go back to that list and see, oh, you know what? I do like to paint. Let me paint today. Oh, you know what? Let me go for a bike ride today. Oh, you know what? What else is on my list? I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like. So write a list of cool things that you like to do to bring fun. Okay. Capricorn rising. Okay, so this is going to be in your 4th house. So we all know this is a Cancer house. So this has to deal with home. This has to deal with your foundation, your support, safety, stability, comfortability. So this full moon is definitely going to highlight that part. It's going to be more so your emotional foundation at that. It's a great time to focus on family, things around your house, reorganizing, readjusting, feng shuiing, cleansing the energy, clearing the energy out, okay? Reflecting on your inner world, inner childhood healing, what makes you feel at home, because home can be here too, okay? It doesn't have to be physical, it can be both. So make sure you feel safe, you make sure you feel secure where you're at, supported. Are you supported during this time? Because if you're going against this energy and you ignore issues at home, you're going to have so much emotional work to do. You're going to feel like the world is ending. Things can get really intense. You're not going to want to be home. You'll always want to be outside, not dealing with making your sanctuary, okay? You'll keep things like bottled up. You'll have emotional blow-ups on people for no reason, or later on, so handle your personal life before it handles you, I would say, since it's in your 4th house, okay? Aquarius rising. This is going to be in your 3rd house of communication. We all know this is a Mercury house, a Gemini house, so conversing with others. This could even deal with your siblings if you have any, and even your local community, I would say. Okay, so I would say how to work with this. Communication is going to be key, number one. Communication is like the number one in everything and anything. It's like what gets us anywhere. So your mouthpiece is going to be the name of the game for you. I would say speak up, share your ideas. Even if you think something's stupid, ask the question. There's no stupid questions within anything. Be very inquisitive. You know, connect with people around you, especially in your community, your neighbors, or, you know, if you're involving yourself, like, you know, at work or school, like get involved. Okay. It's also a really grand time for you, looking at the charts here. Finish any projects that are related to maybe conversing, communication, writing, speaking, things of that nature. Like dive into that. You probably thrive. Maybe you have to speak in front of like 100 people, or go to a conference or a meeting or an outing, or, you know, like, because if you go against this energy and you keep all your thoughts to yourself and you don't say anything and you don't have those necessary conversations, you're gonna feel misunderstood. You're gonna feel so isolated. You're gonna feel like you're going crazy. You're gonna hear voices. You might feel like people don't understand you or you don't understand them. You can have tons of miscommunication happening, which can cause unnecessary drama, which you don't want, especially if you're just not being clear. Just be black and white. No beating around the bush. No sugarcoating anything. Just say it like it is and keep it pushing. And last but not least, we have Pisces rising. So you will want to focus on, it's going to be in your second house. So this is money, things that you value, your personal possessions. So you will want to focus on your finances, what you value, right? I said that already. So this will be a good time to look at your money situation. What's your relationship with money? How's your money looking right now? What are you doing? What's happening? Are you thriving? You know, make some bold moves, take some risk if you need to, you know, take out the weeds. If something ain't making no money, take it out. You know, if are the people around you giving you value? Are you learning from them? If you're the smartest person in the room, I'm gonna need you to exit. Okay, so what is truly important to you right now? That's gonna be your highlight, because if you go against this, you're gonna spend money recklessly. I think I mentioned this earlier. You'll spend like $1,000 on something, and then here goes rent like 2 weeks later, like, oh my God, damn it, I shouldn't have bought that. Oh my God. So you're gonna feel stressed, right? You're not gonna feel grounded. You're like, damn, I don't even know if I can pay rent. What? You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be freaky for you. If you ignore your values, you know, if you can't learn anything from anybody that's around you, what is the point of being around them if you're trying to elevate yourself, or if you're trying to grow or change or become the best version of you? So looking at those things, you know, if you're chasing material things, I mean, how far is that going to get you? So that'll, you know, if going against this energy will leave you feeling very empty, and your pocket's going to be empty too in the long run. So pay attention to that. So all in all, you guys, no matter what your rising sign is, the full moon in Aries wants action. Period, poo. Okay? Period. So it's got to be the right kind of action, though, depending on what house it's playing in, of course. But if you lean into the lesson, if you watched everything, each house is offering, you know, you'll level up. This is level up season right now. So if you resist right now, you could feel like life is just throwing so much shade and dark clouds and woe is me kind of an energy. But the choice is yours. What do you want to do? Okay. I want to talk a little bit really quick here about Venus. So Venus is making a smooth little entrance into Sagittarius, which is a little bit more fire energy, but also Venus is going to be opposing Uranus, which is in Taurus and Earth energy. So when this occurs, especially in Libra season, there's going to be a little bit of I would say a wild card energy that could be playing out as well. Some people are going to just crave to feel free, whether that is whatever it is you do for work, your love relationships, family matters, your money situation, you know what I mean? Like career wise, whatever. This energy can really shake up and shake off any old routines, old patterns, old habits. It's going to really push you to try something new. Like you're going to, oh, you know what? I kind of want to try that, or I kind of want to do that. It's like maybe, I don't know, buying a new pair of pants or a t-shirt that you never thought you would want to wear, but you're like, you know what? I want to try that. You know, I don't know. Maybe normally you eat cookies and cream ice cream. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna try the little rainbow sherbet thing that I've never had before. It's gonna cause you to shake up. I'm just giving you little examples, but it could be major moves. Okay. Remember, it's Uranus energy, so it's gonna be unexpected shit. Okay, so it's a perfect time. Just expect the unexpected. There's going to be some unexpected surprises, and they could be good or they could be, you know, on the other side of the world. Watch out for those impulsive moves that can really throw you off balance, though. I would just say, you guys, stay open to change and just try and keep things grounded, and just, it's kind of like rolling with the punches. You know, it's kind of like how if someone says something to you, you know, they always have like their lick back statement. Like they're just so good at like comebacks. That's the energy that you need to have. You need to have like that quick lick back, comeback energy, and then just roll through it. Boom. I'm going to do a full video breakdown on Venus, and also do love, money, career. I'm going to do all the signs. So watch out for that video coming up. So yes, breaking news. Okay. This is breaking news, you guys. I'm gonna actually, my energy is getting a little depleted right now, so I'm gonna actually do the card reading. I'll probably do that tomorrow for every individual sign, sun, moon, and rising. Okay, so thank you guys for staying tuned and tapping and turn on, and I love all of you. Stay tuned in for the next one, and I will see you there. Peace.